Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this single gate double flip card. So the single gate opens and then the extra flip goes up. That's it. Self-explanatory. Let's bring in the ingredients. It's not too many pieces. There is quite a little bit of stamping to do. And the stamp set I've chosen has 2 steps, but let's get to. So the main body is 6 1/4 by 5 1/2 and it's scored at 2 inches. That will bring it down to be the regular fit in an envelope size of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So that's the single gate. The next bit is the flap, which is 10 1/2 by 4 and it's scored at 5 1/4. So that just means it ends up being the 1/4 inch. As if the card had a front, this would be an inside layer. Then we need to add the designer series paper to the outside, and this is 3 3/4 by 5. So I'll just go ahead and quickly add that. Make sure it's oriented the best way up. And then although the boho blue, which is the inside flap, is quite light, I just thought it would be nicer if it had a basic white inside layer. So that's the same size as the designer series paper. So that's 3 3/4 by 5. So we'll pop that on the inside, and then we can go ahead and attach this to what's effectively the card front. So we are raring along. So there's the gate, there's the double flip. Now we just need to make the 2 panels which go on the front. So there are 2 pieces of Misty Moonlight, and they're 2 1/2 by 4 1/4, and the 2 basic white pieces are 2 1/4 by 4, so they layer on. So these are the pieces that we need, of course, for decorating. And I'm going to be using, bring it on in, Sentimental Park. I love this stamp set. There's so many words, there's so many variations of what you can stamp, but it is a 2-step stamp. So without further ado, let's get started. So I'm just going to pop a little piece of scrap paper underneath so I don't necessarily get all over my working grid paper. And I'm going to be using the boho blue ink. So we'll go ahead and we'll pop the leaves on first. Quick and easy. And then what we're going to do is the 2-step stamping part. So we've got the insides of the leaves and the overlay of the petals, I suppose you would call them. So what we'll do is we'll stamp the inside bits first. So what we'll do is we'll stamp it off onto a piece of scratch paper and then onto the cardstock, and it's a 2nd generation is what it's called. And then when we stamp full strength, the flowers that go over, hard to do without getting my head in the shot, the inside's a lighter refrain, the outside is full strength, so it shows up just a little bit better. And then we'll bring in the Let's Celebrate, and we'll stamp that full strength 2 on the front. So that's the front layer done. So we'll quickly pop it onto the piece of Misty Moonlight where it's going to live, and then we'll get on to the inside. So for the inside, I'm going to use these little chevron griddy bits, not really quite sure, X marks the spot. It just adds a little bit of detail, and what it also does is add filler, because the greeting that's going on the inside isn't as big as what's on the outside, and you don't want to look like it was sparse. So I'm going to bring in the U. So we're going to, let's celebrate you. Have a look at the original. It's got the chevrons, and then it's going to be celebrate you, dear friend. So we'll pop the U into place. And again, I'm just using the boho blue full strength for all of these. And then dear friend. And then we're going to do the same trick with the little flower. There is an inside, oops, sorry about that. There's an inside, and there is the overlay. So we'll do the inside part first. We'll just stamp it off. And then when we put the overlay on top of it, it's strong enough to be able to stand out. There we have it. Let me just move all these 50,000 little acrylic blocks out of the way, and we'll go ahead and attach the inside layer onto its piece of Misty Moonlight. So using our usual ZZ fold technique, we will going to line it up, but we know we can't put adhesive beyond where this piece comes, otherwise it will stick the card to the base. So we'll flip it over, and then we can see where we can put the adhesive as far as. So when we flip it back and we attach it, we know we're not going to seal the card closed, because that wouldn't be a very friendly thing to send. So now it flaps and there's no adhesive here, and it's free and clear. This piece can stick completely down because of course this opening isn't involved. So what we'll do is we'll put the adhesive on the back of this piece, and so we know it's in the right place. We'll open the card with the front greeting and then line up the back greeting with the sticky side up, and then when we close the card onto it, it will stay stuck and then it's not obscured. I'm having a little bit of trouble with my camera today. So there you have it, a single gate double flip, and there's lots of nice space in here to write. So they're both the same. If you like what you've seen, please consider subscribing. Give me a thumbs up, they always go down well. If you've got a question or you'd like to ask something, pass a comment, anything like that, pop it in the description box below. All the dimensions and all the pertinent information will be on my blog, which is shown here, but there'll also be a link for that down in a description box. Zoom classes are going well. The last time I did a Technique Tuesday, I did an impromptu ask if anyone would be interested in advanced Zoomings, and I've had a couple of responses. So if that's something you think you might like to do, just let me know. You can either pass a comment below, or you can email me or contact me through my blog. But there we go, single gate, double flip, two the same. Last but not least, thanks so much for watching.